subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, man, today we are here with a good friend of mine, Raheem. Man, thank you for coming out, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, sir. Yeah, Raheem, man, he's a real estate investor. Before we begin, I want to talk about how we met, man. I remember one day, it was a beat up crib right next to, like, literally right next to my crib. Some people had just got like moved out or whatever, but I seen you like popping up to the crib like a lot, and you know what I'm saying. And then I saw you scoping out the crib. You had like workers on it and stuff. And then like I remember I just chopped it up with you. I was walking my dog, and I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, are you flipping the house? Like, what are you doing with it?" He was like, "Yeah, man. This is my investment property, all that good stuff, man." And me being the person I am, like I saw something like that I wanted to get into, so I was interested, man. I always asked him questions, about the property and all that, man. So yeah, I appreciate
Yep,
all that,
yep, yep,
all the
yep,
knowledge
yep.
you gave me, man. But
Yep.
so let's really talk about like what drew you to the real estate game,
Thanks, Jarlene and Frank. Well, real estate has always been on my mind. I grew up watching my father acquire a lot of properties. Uh, Originally, I was born and bred in Africa.
man. Okay.
And moved down there, but still had that on my mind. And so uh, when I started trying to uh, do stuff on my own,
Mhm.
I decided, I wanted to do what I like,
Yeah.
and looking up to my father, and learning the game early,
Yeah.
I decided, just to do the same thing, walk in the same shoes like my dad,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just started,
Yeah.
pursuing that aspect of life, and it's been great.
Yeah. So what age did you like purchase your first property?
Well, so growing up, like I said, my dad owned one of his major uh, real estate was him owning a hotel
Mm-hmm.
with like 30 rooms, and he allowed me to manage that, and you wouldn't you wouldn't even imagine how much money he was making.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Where was it located?
It was actually in Nigeria.
Mm.
Okay.
It's called White House.
Okay.
So when he came as a young adult, he went to Washington and stood in front of the White House,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and they looked at it and he said, "When I go back to Africa, I'm gonna build another White House." So when he built up that hotel, he named it a White House Hotel
Nice.
with like 30 rooms, charging like $250 a night.
Mhm.
Mm.
A lot of money
So he got it built up from the ground
from
up.
the ground.
Okay,
Okay.
From
that's
the
what's
ground.
up.
From the
Yeah.
ground. It was good then. Nigeria, Africa was good then. There was money around. So well, so when I got here and worked, did did some jobs, ended up being a promoter. Did some shows,
Mm-hmm.
but I just felt like that wasn't me, you
Yeah,
know.
I feel you.
And I started seeing some other people, investing in real estate, and then I decided, like, I got to do it. I got
Yeah.
to do it. I started reaching out to people, and it took up from there.
Yeah, I feel you. So yeah, like I know a couple jobs I've had, man. I'll literally be doing my shift and I'll be like, bro, like this is not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
and I
Yes,
know
sir.
we talked about like like my main question when I would sit down and talk to you is like, how do I get the money to start and start buying property? And like your main thing was always telling me like, don't worry about the money, find the deal first. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Could you
right.
kind of explain that mindset? You know what I'm saying? Because of course, someone who's never gotten into real estate thinking like, damn, like I can't get this because I don't have the money for it. So like, could you explain that find a deal first mentality for us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Before going into giving you some of that money, uh, I want to kind of explain how I got my foot in the game. So um, I went to this real estate meeting, and when I got in there, the speaker was like, one thing that he said that stood out to me was just do one, just do it like Nike, and that's what I did. And even though I had to, pay like $30,000 to acquire that knowledge,
Hmm.
um, I don't feel that if you have a mentor that you have to pay $30,000 to understand the game.
Right.
So, but like I told you, Jalen, uh, I'm like a big brother to a lot of people, so I would not want to take advantage of them. But at the end of it, it's still business.
Right.
Still got to, that's my livelihood, and I still got to make a living. So, real estate, um, you can start it with no money, you can start it with millions of dollars. And I've seen people with millions of dollars start up real estate and lose all their money,
Hmm.
where somebody else came from the gutter, don't have no money, and today they're millionaires.
Hmm.
So back to that question, how do you start without no money? I would always advise a newcomer, a new investor to learn, study, ask a lot of questions. And at the end of it, real estate is all about finding a deal.
Hmm.
Many people would feel that real estate is actually uh, uh, finding a property, a rundown property, and then putting some money in there, then selling it and getting some money. But no, that's not what real estate is. Real estate could be in form of properties, but in in if there's a deal in there,
Hmm.
like it could be a foreclosure,
Yeah.
it could be someone that needed that money
Hmm.
urgently wants to sell their property,
Right.
and once you see a deal in there, then
Yeah.
that's that's what really matters. Not you thinking the whole traditional way where everybody will feel you just got to buy a property and
Yeah.
then rehab it and then sell it. No,
Yeah.
as long as there's a deal in the property, you put yourself out there, and as with time, people would know you and they will come, just like a drug dealer,
Hmm.
where
Just
people
branding
would know
yourself.
them and they just come to them and be like, hey, I have a property I want to sell, I need these and all that. And you can even loan some money to get an interest on it.
Right.
But I always say, um, real estate is you have to have a deal in there to be able to
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
make some money.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I remember we talked, and you told me like all the small details matter. Like for example, the property like right next to my home. You were saying like it's literally right next to the expressway. It's 10 minutes away. It's quiet. It's a school right across the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So do you always, when you're looking into those deals, does that always play a factor?
Yes.
To like you
Yes.
investing and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So when it comes to fix and flip,
yeah.
I usually do fix and flip. Um, I usually do not go to rundown neighborhoods. I go to average um, neighborhoods where you have the truck drivers,
Yeah.
the bus drivers, the CTA workers.
Working class neighborhood.
Yeah, working.
Yeah, blue collar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And usually in the city. And like Chicago real estate is about the blacks because everybody knows about Chicago. It's very segregated. So you have to know the neighborhood
Yeah.
But most especially in real estate, you have to go to neighborhoods that are not run down. You don't want to buy a property in a place where it's all boarded up.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes
Thinking,
sense.
okay, I'll buy one, I'll fix it, and I'll sell it. Who wants to live in a boarded up house next door?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody
That lowers the
wants that.
value too.
Yeah.
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 Facts.
And then with that mindset too, you helping the neighborhood, and you helping people to develop a mentality not to be living in a rundown neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man.
So, you say you do a lot of fix and flips.
Yes, sir.
What's the average time from the moment that you buy the property to the time that you sell it? For people listening, like, what's the average time that you will flip the house from the time that you bought it to the time that you sell it? How
Right.
long does that usually take?
Okay, so I'm not gonna be giving you guys all my game. I'm from the street.
Yeah, I feel you.
You, well, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna edit some of these. So, well, so it will be around 3 to 6 months,
Okay.
depending on the source of the money.
Yeah.
If it's your money, you're comfortable. You don't have a monkey on your back.
Yeah.
You know, you could sit on it, take your time,
Mm-hmm.
and because then you don't have a interest paying back.
Okay.
But when you use a lender's money, it's usually typically around 3 to 6 months.
Mhm.
But sometimes it doesn't go that route.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
real estate, it's a good business, but it's also it takes a lot of risk.
Mm-hmm.
And our definition of a businessman, of an entrepreneur, is someone who bears risk.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have, you know, it's a lot of strategies that you have to use in real estate. But
Yeah.
mostly, I would say about 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Buy, rehab, to sell.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I remember one time you brought up risk. I remember one time, like me and you had a talk, and you were saying that like your contractors is good to have that good relationship with them because like you would want to keep your contractors for each like property you invest in.
Yes, sir.
Because you know the type of work that they put in and everything. Could you kind of talk about was it easy to build that relationship with good contractors? Like, did you lose good contractors? Just kind of talk about building relationships in real estate.
Okay. So with me, I spent a lot of money to, acquire the knowledge that I have right now, and I'm a fast learner.
Mm.
So working with my first deal, I felt that contractor was not the best person in the whole world. But with my experience now, 6 years later, I now understand all contractors are the same. Just got to know how to work with them.
Yeah.
And me, with time, seeing them work and all that, I know what they go through too. So, one thing I've learned now is not to mess up my relationship with any contractor. I know I work with them. I know their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, I don't want to burn bridges with them. I want to put it, even if we have to separate for a while, I might need them down the line, and they might need me down the line. So I usually keep my relationship with contractors, realtors, lawyers, everybody in the game. I try to, keep my relationship with them, not to burn bridges.
Yeah.
Because, I believe nobody knows it all.
Right.
And mostly like every other profession, like doctors, lawyers, and everything, there's a school or a blueprint to get to know to to know their profession.
Yeah.
But with real estate, there's no school for it. It's a bunch of people with acquired knowledge coming together to produce something.
Yeah.
So usually, you just want to work with everybody, relationship with everybody without, holding a grudge with somebody. Like I said, you never know when you would need somebody.
Yeah.
Facts, man.
That's some good
Facts.
advice.
So to someone who's getting into the game, man, it could seem like a lot of knowledge. You know what I mean? So from someone who's never invested in real estate, who wants to get in, what's some homework you would give them?
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of things that goes into it. Like you said, it's the connections, it's the getting the money, finding the deal. Like what's the starting base for someone?
Right. Like you said, Jalen, the first time I met you, you said you were into wholesaling, you were looking into wholesaling. So wholesaling is a part of real estate where you don't usually have to, put up a lot of money to be able to, start.
Right.
It's more of you finding someone that wants to sell at a good price and finding a buyer, someone like me, and then signing a contract
Yeah.
with a seller, and then selling that contract to a buyer.
Adding your fee onto it.
Say that again.
I was saying like with the wholesaling, like the whole thing is just adding your wholesale fee to
Right.
it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you could wholesale it, and charge an interest or percentage on it, and voila. So some people do that as a full-time job, not even have anything to do with our construction or rehabs or nothing. They just look for deals and make their money doing that full-time. And you could start up doing that without no money.
So do you prefer to do like the flips compared to buying property and having tenants per se? Like what's the pros and the cons of the two?
So with my experience, with what I've learned with years, I understand that real estate, when it comes to fixing, holding, renting, has to do with the situation at that time.
Okay.
For an example, I just did another house. I was doing another house when I was doing the one bio house,
Right.
and it was on the market for. After doing it, after completing it, that was in Chicago, Calumet Heights.
Okay.
That's a nice neighborhood.
It is.
So Calumet Heights neighborhood in Chicago, like Stony.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was on the market for like 6 months, and it wasn't, it was trying to lowball me.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to bite, and it wasn't So, like I said, real estate, is seasonal.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, like in Chicago, many people don't buy. So when you rehab something and put it on the market when it starts to get cold, people will lowball you because, people are not looking to buy.
Right.
Right. Makes sense.
So that was what happened. The contractor took a long time. And by the time he was done, it was almost winter time. So by the time I up on the property to sell, I wasn't getting the money that I wanted for it. So what I ended up doing was hold that, put a rental in that, and I'm gonna hold it till when I'm comfortable, where when I know I could get that money that I'm looking for.
Right.
But for right now, I'm not coming out of pocket, and someone is still paying all my bills and all whatever I invested in it. And if I hold it for a couple of years or 2, 3 years, I might get all my money back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still owed it. So real estate has a lot of variables.
Yeah.
You just have to, you know, like I told you, Jalen, that I know you're a smart guy. I mean, you just got to tread very carefully with real estate. You cannot rush into it. You got to learn. You got to grow.
Facts.
I've learned a lot in 6 years now to understand that you cannot predict real estate uh, in one way and just go with that meat where people feel, oh, I'll just go buy, invest $20,000 and buy a building that's run down, put another 20,000, sell for 100. I don't know where people got that from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That sounds too easy.
If it was that easy, everybody would be doing
Exactly,
it.
man. Nothing happens like that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, like real estate, like right now, it sounds like it's like serious business. You know what I mean? But I know it got to be some fun moments, man. Like when you get that investment property. I remember we was talking. I keep bringing up like the building right next to me, but like I think it was like 2 bedrooms or something like that, and like 1 bathroom. I remember you said like, yeah, I'm gonna add a bedroom, add a bathroom, redo the basement, put a bar down here. Having fun with it. So like, were you always like having fun with it? You know what I mean? Or did you just like get to that moment where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it how I want it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So, initially, when I started up with real estate, like I didn't know jack. Even after paying that $30,000, thank God I recouped some of that money. After 1 week in that class, I was like, "Now, come on, man, I need to get some of this money back." I got some of that money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know jack. I didn't even know how to pick up an armor and a nail. But like I said, with time and experience, I've grown to understand how to look at a property, where to find the property, what I want to make of the property, how I want to make money out of that property. Like you just mentioned now, some people will go buy a 2-bedroom house with a 1 bath and rehab it to sell it back as a 2-bedroom to a one bath. But if I go on that property and I see there's a room to make a 3, 2 bath, then I'll do that. Mostly that will up on my money. Then obviously again it will help people living over there, because who wants to be in a house where you got to line up? When are you going to get out of the bedroom?
Man, that's tough.
Facts. I feel you, man.
Yeah.
Having more than 1 bathroom is
Yeah,
bathroom is
definitely.
yeah, for sure, man.
So when you buy a property, do you like, what's the first thing that you check? Like the foundation?
So, you guys are getting too much.
Hey, we want to give our
guys-
viewers
yeah,
some game, man.
You guys are smart. Hey, your questions. Look, so with the business, I've learned that everybody got to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know it all. In the trade, we have the appraisals, we have the home inspectors, we have the realtors, we have the contractors. So you as an investor, you have to use every one of them,
Yeah.
the skills. If you're trying to save money, for an example, what you just said now, the inspection part is one of the most important part of buying a building, because you cannot see what a home inspector can see.
Right, exactly.
And a lot of people have bought buildings where they ended up losing all their money, even owing, because they could not detect that the house was sinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they can see, you can't see with these eyes. They went to school to learn those things. So you got to pay them to be able to acquire that. Well, why wouldn't you want to pay $400, $500 to get a report on every issue of the house? So that's one thing that I would do first.
Okay.
I would pay for an inspector to go in there and inspect every inch of the house, so I can have that in front of me.
Yeah.
If I see there's something major that could be fixed, then I could renegotiate with her.
Lower offer.
Yeah, with the so, and if it's something that I feel I'm gonna lose on, then I'll pass on it.
Yeah, that's some good game.
Yeah, so
Great game. Great game.
so you guys are gonna be rich at the end of
Yeah,
this game.
man.
I'm gonna start applying some of this knowledge, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I make it
Yeah.
look simple, but
Yeah, no, but
if
That's-
you're ready, like I said, and you could play these back, and there's a lot
For
of
sure.
points in there,
okay.
right?
I remember you talked about like the rehab period, like either you're using your own money or you're using like someone else's money. So this
Yeah.
far into your journey, are you like 100% like, yeah, I'm just using like my capital, or are you like, okay, I'm gonna play with the bank's money and just
Right.
like how do you approach it? Now that you're 6 years in,
Believe me, I started up with little or no money. I started up with a lender. I call them the hard money lenders. And these are lenders that are not like the traditional lenders,
Right.
where are the banks.
Right.
Because the banks, you get the best rate, and they have a lot of money. But banks, you have to walk your way up there.
Right. Qualify and all that good stuff.
Yes, they need you to have an experience. They want to see you. They want to see everything on the paper.
Yeah.
Whereas the hard money lenders will take a risk, but they always cover their tail. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So you have to not, like I said, you have to work with everybody in there.
Yeah.
You get a lawyer. Let the lawyers see everything you sign in before you sign it.
Right.
Let them read it. Pay them to do that for you, because the hard money lenders will take your property. Put all your sweat in there, or all your money, and they'll still take it.
Yeah.
So,
Did you?
question again? What
No, I
the
was
question?
saying, so like you 6 years into the journey, right?
Right.
When you're looking to invest in a property, are you saying like I'm just going to use like my capital, like my
Right,
personal
okay.
capital, or are you
Do I
going to
want to
leverage
use my
that?
money, or do I want to use the lender's money?
Yeah, yeah.
So usually, it's better for you to use your money if you have it,
Right.
because then you're not paying anybody no interest back, and you don't have a monkey on your back.
Right.
You know, because our real estate is not a one way. Then you can start opening up walls now, and then you start finding other things, and you got to fix them. And it takes time. You know, takes time and money. So if you have the money, do it yourself. Use your money. But then if you don't have it, like people like me, you spread that money out. Give it to the lenders. Let them help you as you grow.
Right.
But it depends on how big the project is, or how much money I have at that time. But I've used my own money before, and I've used the lender's money. So depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about like one of your favorite investments that you like done so far. Like, do you strictly do like single family homes, like, or did you do a multifamily before that you like super proud of? Like, just tell us about that favorite investment you.
Yeah. So looking back, I think that was in 2019. 2019 or 2020.
Yeah.
That was when what happened at that time?
I think that was right before COVID, right?
Was it
Yeah.
COVID?
Yeah.
COVID was 2020.
2020 was
Pandemic
COVID.
was 2 years after that.
Yeah, it was COVID. I think it was COVID. During that time, the interest rate went down drastically. So people were getting
You'll never see interest
that's
rates like that again.
Yeah, you could as well
Yeah,
just say
for
you were
sure.
just paying for the house, you weren't getting paid
Yeah.
interest. Yeah. So, and the banks were giving money out. Everybody was getting money. There was money.
It was a lot of money flowing.
I want to say, vote Trump back.
I'm
Hey
definitely
man, there
going
was
with Trump.
money.
No, it was good for businesses.
He put a lot of money out.
Yeah, it was
there.
good for business.
He put a
Interest
lot
rates
of
were
money
low.
out there. Like, let's make America great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, get Trump back in that.
I
man.
don't no lie, man.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
It was a great time.
I won't lie about that. That was a good time. It was
Everybody
great
now
time.
know.
Everybody had
Yeah,
money.
everybody now know that man.
You
put
don't see
money
those
out
interest
there,
rates
man.
no more, man. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had these 3 unit that I was planning to rehab and
Yeah.
hold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I could have that money coming in. So when I started it, it took. I've never done a 3 unit before, and if I was supposed to do it now, I'll do it better and faster. But it took me about a year to fix that 3 unit,
Yeah.
and everything just worked together. That was when that COVID. If I sold it before the COVID, I would have never made no money.
Right.
But because, well, that's the thing again too. So at that time, I did not know that the contractors that I felt mad at were actually doing me a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of it, they promised 3 months or 4 months. We ended up like 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that ran into that COVID time, and then there was money and all that. So I still had it like I was going to rent it out. But while I was doing it, one of the workers over there was like, "Oh, I have a realtor that can help you if you needed to sell or whatever." I gave him my number. She called me up and said, "Do you want to sell?" I was like, "No, I'm trying to hold, but I'll call you when I'm done." And when I was done, I think I wasn't even actually calling her because I had some old HVAC that I wanted to sell that I took out to put some new equipments over there. So she told me if I wanted to sell those old furnaces to call her up. So I called her like, "Oh, do you still want us to buy the furnaces?" And she was like, "No, not really, but are you done with it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Do you want to sell?" I was like, "Nah, I'm not considering selling." And then she was like, "Do you mind if I come over there and just meet up with you personally, look at it?" I was like, "Okay, it doesn't cost me nothing." She
Right.
came around and then she looked at it and then she gave me this number that I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It would take me about 5 years to make that money.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh wow, really?" And she was like, "Yeah, let's put it out there." And we did. So, um, like I said, there was a lot of money over there, and a lot of people had a lot of money, and a lot of people were looking. It wasn't like they had a lot of properties out there, and a lot of people still thought after that too that Chicago was going to be flooded, with our foreclosures and all that. But
Yeah.
the government did a lot of help with helping homeowners and all that
Yeah.
to stay in their houses and all that. So there wasn't nothing like that with our foreclosures. But anyway, um, we put it out there. I think at that time we put it out there for like 380. I could say I was in it like maybe I'm not gonna say it, but she was like, "Let's put it out there for 380 and see what happens." And we actually got $400,000 for it.
Oof.
Yeah, $20,000 above our asking price.
Nice.
And this was
Yeah.
during like the pandemic and everything.
Yes, because of that. Because we had about 8 people on that property, and everybody wanted it.
Mm.
So the person that actually got it, she called them up and was like, "We have so 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 so. Do you think that's your best?" Because we have like 4 people on that price, and she had to come up a little bit more than the rest to get it. It was the most I've ever gotten at one time, and the fastest. I think we sold in 30 days.
Man,
So like
That changed the game for me.
man, that's that's good.
definitely. And then you said that was in 2020 or 2019.
2019, 2020.
So that was probably like what year, like 2, 3 for you?
Yeah, about 2, 3
Ooh.
years ago.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So once you like get like your profits and everything, like what's your mindset? Like, yeah, next project. Like, is that always
So
the
yeah,
goal?
so like I said, during the project that I'm doing, usually with time now, a lot of other investments will come to me. Realtors talking about what this person wants to do, how I can land up. So it's not a one way street, you know. But I've stayed with a single family housing. I've learned to improve myself by putting more showers, more rooms, putting more designs, learning to buy in a better neighborhood
Yeah.
and stuff like that, you know. But mainly, yeah. Um, I always say to people that, you know, you should do what sells in real estate at that time that you're ready to invest. Because many people would think, oh, even like me, I want to be like a developer. Eventually, I want to build from ground up.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was doing that now, I'd be losing money because people don't have the money now to buy new builds up.
Yeah.
They don't have it. Banks is not helping them like how they were with the COVID time.
Yeah.
So you might invest. Actually, I have a house that I built, and during this time, ground up, and I have to hold on to it because I cannot make a profit
Yeah.
by selling it. Whereas I'm doing rehabs and I'm making money.
Yeah.
So different season, different times comes with different how how you invest in the real estate.
But that's good. You built up that flexibility
Yes, sir.
over the years to be able to hold some property.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good thing,
Yeah, for sure, man.
man. Because I plan on getting my house built from ground up.
For sure. I think that's
Definitely,
everybody.
definitely. It's not. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard. One of the things that I learned in real estate is relationships. After all, we are all humans,
Yeah.
and we also as blacks, we know that most of us, even growing up, by the time we're adult, we don't know nothing about credit.
For sure.
Whereas there's a brother in the banker section that could look beyond your mistakes
Mm-hmm.
and give you another chance.
Yeah.
And you know, if you can build a trust with people, you know, you'd be surprised what people will do for it.
Okay.
So, but usually, like I said at the beginning, it's relationships with the banks, financials, lenders, relationship with the contractors,
Yeah.
relationships with the real estate, the realtors, relationships with the lawyers, and those are the people that will bring you the deals.
Yeah.
You know how humble you are, you know how hungry you are, you know that counts. All that counts into the aspect of it. But real estate, like many people feel like, oh, I have to have the knowledge, I have to have these. It's not always that same way. You have to have the passion, you have to have the desire. And like I said, you have to, you know, go around people humble. Like, how you doing, Jolly? Like how you invited me here now, you're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning and you're acquiring, and by the time you put this out there too, and other people will know that's what you're looking for, you'll be surprised, you know.
Facts.
But one thing that I will always say to people is, if you want to do real estate and you know that's what you want to do for a living, you got to be in it 100%.
100%.
You got to put all your effort in it. You cannot say, because I've seen many people do that. They'll say they want to hold a job and then use that money they make to invest in real estate without knowing fully well all about real estate. And as much as there are good people like us out there, there are shacks out there too looking for people like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they take your money and go, especially contractors. The moment you give them that money, that's the last time you're gonna see them.
Yeah.
So you got to be there 100%. You got to be there with your workers. You got to go with them to the Home Depot. You got to be there with them.
I remember you was telling me
that makes
that,
a lot
man.
of difference.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me that, like, I guess I could say like rookies, like in this game, like when they got the contractors walking through the crib, they'll let the contractor tell them like, yeah, you need this, this, and this. You know, they getting because at the end of the day, they making more bread off you. So
Right.
like if you like you saying you got half a foot in, you probably just letting them telling you whatever. You don't
Right.
even know. So
Yeah.
it's good to like be invested in it. You know, like yeah, I don't need all that. Like I know I just want this, this, and this.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
start up little
Yeah.
to grow.
Mhm.
Because I remembered, like he said, the first I think was the second one. The
Mhm.
first one, like I said, if I still see that contractor right now, I probably be more friendly with him now. But the second one, from I think I bought, it was cheap then too, for 75, and I put like 60 into it. But from what I know now, I probably would have put like 30.
Mhm.
But this contractor that I got in there was making me take good things out.
Mm.
Good things. Like the oak doors,
Yeah.
the real,
Yeah, real wood. Yeah.
yeah, real wood. Well, he would make me take that out to go buy those, the sawdust doors
Yeah.
that you can punch in through.
Yeah.
Just to, he's nice, but he will take that hooked door and go do something with it, either sell it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would tell me to, uh, hey,
He was a rookie.
right, I was a rookie.
But that's
Everybody got to
rookie.
pay for it one way or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, I feel you though, man.
taking the quality wood and making money. He's just making
Yeah.
money everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man.
got me.
For
Yeah,
sure.
it
Yeah.
happens like that though.
Yeah,
man. It
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
does.
yeah.
You know?
That's good that you learned, man.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the lessons that you learn out are ones from experience.
Yeah, facts, man. So like let's take a few steps back, man. So I remember you said you invested in yourself. You know, you spent $30,000 to learn the game.
Yes, sir.
So 6 years later, could you have imagined where you are now? Like,
No. Man, it's a blessing. I'm not
okay,
gonna lie. I'm not gonna.
what did you think it would be like in this moment? You know,
Based on the blessings or what I thought I could have been,
mm-hmm.
well, like I said, I'm not gonna. My faith is in the Lord. I'm a Christian, and so I walk by faith, not by sight. And regardless, I'll still be sitting down in this chair right now,
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing right now. But like I said, real estate's been a blessing to me. I can't imagine because now I understand that money is actually a valuation. Perspection of money is actually a valuation. My knowledge has grown past paper money
Mm-hmm.
or credit cards. It's more about how do I value myself? What do I want? How do I want it? And I learn. And like I said, you make a lot of relationships. So I think I could go to banks now and they will be more comfortable to give me what I want
Yeah.
than before where I would have went over there and they would have probably denied me or told me I wasn't qualified.
or gave you a high interest rate.
Right. But now, going to anybody, even someone with money, sitting down with them and showing them money over there, we wouldn't want to, make some money
Mhm.
off doing nothing. So my real estate game now, the money that's there, it's beyond paying my bills or it's about the next phase,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like I said, I eventually want to stop doing rehabs to do ground ups.
Nice.
So when you do that, the ground ups, you could do 6 months and 6 month vacation.
Yeah.
and you practically not doing nothing.
Just getting to the next level.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Practically not doing nothing.
Yeah.
But knowing what to do.
What you saying that I'm not sure if you have already, but are you looking to get properties outside of Chicago
I
or
was just
Illinois
finna say
per
that.
se?
I was just finna say that.
Looking
Yes,
to go
like
to
I
different
said,
states?
if you remember clearly, real estate has to do with deals.
Mm-hmm.
If you find a deal, I don't care if it is in Hawaii, and I know I'm gonna go to Hawaii in 2 months and I'm gonna make $100,000.
Yeah,
What's stopping me from going over there?
yeah,
Will even make me go to see Hawaii, say somewhere I have never seen before.
mm-hmm.
So real estate can get you to a lot of different places, open many doors for you.
Okay,
But so you're not, just gonna be like um, I want to stay into just one thing, and like I said, you have to. It has to make. You have to be able to see that deal. You have to.
Step
You know,
one.
if you cannot, I wouldn't. If you cannot make $30,000 from a deal, I won't even touch it. I won't touch it because by the time I get into it, Jolly knows all this clothes is gone.
mm-hmm.
I mean, my work clothes. I'm hustling.
Yeah,
My pickup trucks, going to Home Depot, coming back. So if there's no deal in it, I wouldn't even want to waste my time to even want to do that. I'll be very reluctant
nice.
to do it.
Facts, man.
So I say you prefer Home Depot over like Lowe's.
Well, I've been doing Home Depot, but my contractors would be like, let's go to Menards.
Yeah,
The amigos, let's go to Menards. And I'm starting to listen to them. I think towards the last ones that I did by you, I went to Menards, and
Okay.
I was treated even better than Home Depot.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, because you gotta kind of search and find product and
Right.
see who has the best product
Right.
price.
And then
Those
now
things.
I met another lady that she's like, oh, I would even shop online
Mm.
on Amazon. You'll be surprised.
The same exact things. in
Yeah,
Menards
it's
as well.
cheaper,
Yeah.
and they will ship it to you. You won't even have to even leave out of the house and all that.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah.
That's just growth, man, with the
Right.
business.
Man.
Yeah, I like
Right.
that.
So y'all remember? You go ahead. What you gonna say?
And it's so much how technology is helping real estate now.
Okay.
You can literally buy a house now and literally just go to Pinterest.
Yeah.
Pinterest.
There's
yeah.
a app, and it will show you how everything that you need for the house.
Facts.
Mm.
It will.
So,
yeah. So if you don't got no
it's-
creativity at all,
Right.
Pinterest help
Right.
you out, man, for sure.
Yeah,
nah, for sure.
Makes it
Pinterest
so
help.
simple, man.
Yeah,
Makes
man.
it so simple.
Yeah.
Where nowadays it's not even actually the knowledge that counts no more. It's about who you are. Like I said, many people will want to work with you based on who you are, how humble you are.
Mm-hmm.
Even the good
Facts.
contractors, they have the
Facts.
bad contractors and the good contractors. The good contractors would not be looking to get your money. To me, those are like angels to me.
Mm-hmm.
They would you would see them, they'll be reluctant to even
Yeah.
want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to know that that they're helping you.
Yeah.
Not you are the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Because many people will feel, oh, I'm the boss. I'm the one paying you.
Right.
Well, until you pick up that armor and you start putting it on that door before you know that job ain't easy.
Yeah.
That's when you'll be able to be like, you know what, guys, I'll be right back and go to Dunkin' Donuts and buy coffee
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show
and
your
donuts and
appreciation.
bring it back to them and to
Yeah.
show that, I appreciate you guys.
That's
Yeah,
good though.
yeah.
Sometimes where, they're about to go now and the pipe bust and they stay there for another 2 hours just to help you out.
Yeah.
That's when you know good.
Yeah, facts, man.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Those
though.
kind of people, you want to show them that you value them too.
Yeah,
Because
and
now
it-
you built that relationship where you be working with these guys 10, 20 years in the long run.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And even there was, and crazy part of it is, since I've started, I've been seeing level of our workers. There are some workers that cannot do past a certain kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started with a 2-bedroom one, that person cannot do a 5-bedroom house,
Yeah.
and he can't do the. So with time, I've been meeting more better contractors, better experience, better to save me money,
Yeah.
and all that. But I think what I've learned from the first one till the last one I've worked with is relationships.
Facts.
To value them, because that's the person that would say, that's the good person that would say, Raheem, I cannot do these. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I know someone.
That's it right there.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Because they know, like, when, like, once they tell you that, like, they know that, like, once you have a project that they can do, you know,
Right.
they
I
gonna
could
get
be
that.
able to handle
And if you
that.
trust
for
their
sure.
work, you trust the work that
Right.
That
they bring
that
an electrician or somebody else in,
Right.
plumbing.
Facts.
Right.
So I remember, so I don't know, like, is this your LLC name? Like, you was telling me it's called,
Diamond and Dirt Solutions.
yeah. Tell me about that. Like, why did you name it
Diamond
that?
and Dirt Solutions.
Yeah.
So when I went to that school, that I paid a ridiculous amount of money for.
But I mean, look, man, you
But
still
I
here.
got it.
Yeah.
Well,
you still
yeah,
here.
like I said, I'm not mad at them,
Yeah.
and they still make it. I'm not gonna put their name out there. They're still making it.
Yeah.
But without them, I would have never taken the first step. So
Yeah.
I thank them for that. I shout out to you guys. You know yourself.
To you guys.
Well, so say that again. What was that?
No, I was saying, like, explain, like, the name of your business.
Yeah,
I remember you
so
told me. I just want you
Diamond
to
and
say it.
Dirt Solution and Dirt Solutions. So it's Diamond, then the letter N,
Okay.
then Dirt, DIRT Solutions.
Okay.
So they told us in that school, think of a unique name, and I looked and I was like, wow, because you buy a house now. I remember like 2 of my houses where I took somebody there when I first bought it. They went in there with their nose like this, and then when they came back, they were like, wow. So that's my Diamond in Dirt.
Yeah.
There's always a diamond in one man's gold is another man. One man's poison or waste or rag is another man's gold.
Yeah.
So there's always a diamond in dirt. And to even put an icing on the cake, the bricks, bricks, the mud, and everybody, when you see the mud or the sand, you'll be like, oh, that's dirt.
Mm-hmm.
But those are what creates your walls and your foundation and builds your house.
Facts.
And at the end of it, that same dirt is what you see right now as diamond. When the light hits it, you're like, bling,
Yeah.
wow,
I
this
feel
is
you.
nice.
Yeah, nah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's the foundation of Diamond and Dirt
Yeah,
Solutions.
Man. It's
I like
fire.
that.
It's fire, man.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. Like, literally, man, the crib you bought, I keep bringing it up, bro. But right next to me, like, it looks like dog shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like I remember you told me, like, yeah, you want to see it? Like, I'm done. Like, it was quick. It was like 2 or 3 months. I'm like,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I walked in, man. I'm like, damn. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You had the diamond wallpapers, and then that's when you
Right.
explained it to me. But
Right.
you was like, yeah, man. I just-
Beautiful house.
Yeah,
Man, that's
man.
good, man.
I
You see
didn't want to
everything
sell
upgraded.
it.
Hell
I didn't want
yeah.
to sell that house.
Yeah.
to,
Man,
yeah,
I
and
remember
I
you was
wanted
telling
to
me.
Airbnb it.
yeah. For
And
sure.
that would have been a good Airbnb because it's right there by the E-way.
Mm-hmm.
You get out of there, you're like 15 minutes to downtown,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's a
Literally.
four 3 bathrooms.
Mhm.
Oh man,
Then you kept telling me, like, as you rehabbing, you was like, yeah, you gonna have some good neighbors. Like, you know, you
Right.
gonna have some good neighbors. Neighbors white, man.
Yeah.
Only white. No, I mean not the only white family in the neighborhood, but like he was just telling me, like,
I mean,
you
you
gonna make sure I'll make sure you got some good neighbors.
I'm in
Like,
Chatham now. I got like 2
Yeah.
or 3 white
Yeah.
neighbors now.
That's what
Crazy.
I'm saying. Like, that's good stuff, man.
That's
For
good
sure.
property, like you said. It's good property.
Good
Yeah.
property. You ain't buying no bullshit and the bullshit.
It's in a
bullshit
good
neighborhood.
location. That's everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the way you described that you would have put on Airbnb, like 15 minutes from downtown. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
like the where the crib is, like as soon as you have to E-way, you there. So you ain't got to go through like the hood or nothing. Like you right there. So like
right.
that would have went crazy too if
Right.
you would have put on Airbnb.
Well, you see, with real estate, man, uh, it's there's no limit to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's mostly about relationships. So you would people would always want a place to stay. People would always want to eat. People would always want to wear clothes. But those are the necessities of life. They need those things, not want. They need it. So people will, and people, you know, when you own something like real estate, you'll be surprised with people with money. Like I said, money is only valuation. You own the place. So sometimes, believe me, if you own a property and you've been in the game for a little while, you have the money to pay your bills. Automatically just comes. But then people that want that place, especially if you have a nice place, oh man, you'll be surprised what they want to do just to acquire that property from you. Like one of my guy is a big boy. He's an ATL. He owns he bought that house for like $1.2 million. That place would be like it's a Buckhead, Atlanta.
Yeah.
It'll be about $4 million right now. But I talk to him from time to time, and he would say he's met so many people, basketballers, actors, and how many people would come to his villa and want to stay for like maybe 2 weeks and pay such a ridiculous amount. The house is beautiful. I'm gonna tell you. I think he charges like $1,000 a day, and yeah, people will come and take 2 weeks, and then when that 2 weeks is over with, then they will be like, "Hey, can I stay another 2 weeks?" And because it's not about him, it's about the Airbnb. Another person has already booked it.
Yeah.
So you'll be surprised what they want to do. Can I give you more? Can I do these? But they'll be like, no.
But you booked, you busy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, personality and our relationship later on, same kind of person would take his number. And just because they like it so much, every time they want to come to Atlanta, they reach out to him first. And this time around, knowing that I got to book as much time as possible.
Yeah.
And him too now considering, do I really want to give my house to you?
Yeah.
And you would not imagine how much favors comes from people just to rent your house from.
Renting it out for $1,000 a day. You pay that house in less than 10 years.
Oh man.
Yeah. Probably quicker than that, depending on how busy
he's just and just because I'm being nice and you guys are cool brothers, I would say anytime, one thing that I've learned in real estate is many people that get wealthy, they always usually wait till there's a natural disaster. When that happens, depending on, and crazy part of it is that mostly where those natural disasters happen are places where travelers go to, like Florida, like Tennessee, Baton Rouge, and places like that. Puerto Rico, they have the hurricanes, the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And once that takes place and everything is gone, those properties becomes very, very cheap. So people will go there at that time and buy to hold. They won't even do nothing with it. Like I just came from Naples, and 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, hurricane happened around there.
Yeah.
And I could show you videos now how fast they repaired it. And 1 bedroom, a studio apartment by the water in Naples is like $1.5 million. And you could have gotten it for like $250.
Damn.
In a year and a half.
That's free game right there.
That's free
Free
game.
game.
So
That's
you got
free game right
Free
there.
game.
you gotta have a lot of patience with
Yeah.
real estate.
Yeah.
And when you ready, like I spoke with a friend of mine yesterday, and they're already talking about some hurricane that's gonna hit pretty soon,
Mhm.
They ready.
and they're ready.
I mean, somebody gonna take advantage of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm, I just pray for people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's some people that would not listen. They'll tell you, like the last hurricane that happened at Florida, it was supposed to be like a level 4,
Mhm.
and they'll tell you because they can read the wind and all the power coming, and they'll tell you before that, get your stuff and get out.
Yeah.
But some people would rather just stay there
Mhm.
until it happens. Then you see them on top of their roof,
Mhm.
asking America, please help us.
Yeah.
We're drowning over here. I told you about 2 months
Yeah.
before it hit.
People stubborn, man.
Yeah, I told you, and you didn't listen. Now you're on top of the roof with your dog.
Yeah.
And they usually have a dog or a cat.
Something like water.
Holding they suitcase.
Yeah.
Like they ain't know it was coming, man.
Look, real estate, real estate, real estate. Wait for those times when you watch movie or when you watch news and you see stuff like that. Even if you can just rent a van, if you have a van, look for contractors in Chicago and move them down there. You're gonna make money. You're gonna make money because people want to have their house fixed immediately.
Yeah.
So there are some people just waiting. They will leave Chicago immediately when stuff like that go there and go to Florida, where in Chicago you could get $8,000 or $15,000 for a roof.
Mhm.
The same roof you get $45,000 in Florida.
Yeah. Insurance paying that out.
It's game.
Yeah. The insurance claims.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's game, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, all right, you
That
said
is.
you've
I'm
been
actually looking to that.
So look into that. You from an LLC, a construction company.
Yeah.
Most GCs will require that you have a liability insurance.
Yeah.
But have that construction company ready when that time comes. Partner up with another contractor that owns their own license, and then you supply it, register under your business, go out there, look for jobs. That's it. It's as easy as that.
it's deeper than flipping homes.
Hey, you
But
probably make more money than flipping
good.
home.
That's
Hey,
good
it's
money
deeper
because,
than
like
that.
you
Right.
said, it has to get done.
Right. I've seen people do roofs in one day. By your house,
Yeah.
it was like 2 days.
Yeah.
You saw.
Yeah.
2 days there. Boom. 45,000, you've made $20,000. You jump on the next one, boom, $20,000. Boom, boom. You'd be surprised. People will be like, I don't care. Just do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get done for sure. So, like, you've been in the game for 6 years, man. So, the name of this podcast is Perfect Timing Podcast. Do you think when you started, it was like perfect timing for you to start at that time? You know what I'm saying? Why you say that?
Like I said, I wanted to be a real estate investor growing up, watching my dad. When I first had my money saved up
Mm-hmm.
to start to start my game, I actually went to an older brother that I felt could help me. And when I got to him, he looked at me and smiled. I still say him today. And he might watch this video and say it. And he laughed at me and he was like, oh, that's little money. Keep that money. Keep that money. But with what I know now, that was when I think it was 10, 15 years ago. I would even say 20 years ago when they was doing a lot of scams
Mm-hmm.
and they crashed the market. So a lot of people were just making up our loans and stuff like that without paying back, and there was a lot of foreclosures after that. So, but I was looking to start. I, don't- I didn't even know at the time that that was what people were doing.
Mhm.
But he was like, "Oh, that's little money. Keep your money," and that crushed me. That crushed me for about 10 years
Mhm.
until, like I said, man, I gotta do something. Then I went to that meeting, and then the speaker was like, "You know what? After everything I told you in this class, if anything you want to get out of that class, just do one. Do one." And another thing that I used uh, that helped me moved on that was I remember growing up, with friends and everything. We usually go swimming
Mhm.
and with girls and boys and everything. And obviously, if you can if you can swim, then all the girls will be interested in you. So so sometimes you got to front like you know how to swim, and then you go to the deep side and you sit down, put your leg in the water. Like I'm sitting, obviously, for me to be here, that means I can swim, I can float.
Yeah.
So I was sitting down, a friend of mine crept behind me and pushed me in the water. Boom! Laughing, and I went under, and I got under. I didn't hear nothing. My eyes were opened. I didn't see. I saw the water. But then I thought to myself, I was like, what am I gonna do? I can't swim. But if I don't swim,
It's over with.
it's over with. So I don't know what I did,
Mhm.
but I caught my breath
Yeah.
up there, and I held on to the place, and I'm like, ah. I saw my friend laughing at me. Heard sound here. I felt good. I breathed for a little while. Uh, then I thought to myself, I just did come up myself.
Mhm.
I let go of uh, the walls again, and I did some things. I just
Mhm.
did it, and held on to it. And eventually, with time, I knew how to float,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I've used that strategy with everything I've ever done to know that if you're waiting for a perfect timing, there's no perfect timing. You just got to jump in there. Sometimes you just got to understand. Sometimes you'll lose.
Yep.
Even with all my knowledge right now, sometimes like I told you, like I told you guys, are the one that I just did by Stony did not sell, did not pop. But with my experience, because other realtors that don't really care about you, all about their money,
Mhm.
would have said to a new, ah, you just lose your money, just lose $30,000.
Right.
But instead of you leaving it on the market, it's not gonna sell.
Mhm.
Just bring it down and get rid of it. But with experience now, I'll hold it.
Mhm.
I'll put a tenant in there. I'll make 10,000 off it. 3 years, I'll acquire that $30,000. I still own it. I've paid down my interest with the bank. I
Mhm.
built some equity in there, and I still own it. And I could still sell it at that time. It's probably even gone up more than how much you wanted to sell it.
Mhm.
So they won't tell you that.
That's smart.
Things you gotta,
Yeah.
decisions that you gotta make and learn.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's been some good game
Good
tonight,
game.
Yes, sir.
man. I
Yes,
hope
sir.
y'all hope
Yes,
everybody
sir.
taking
Yes,
notes.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Sure, man. Got
Yes,
to.
I paid $30,000 for this.
I got $30,000
I
game.
paid $30,000 for it.
Yeah, man.
After 1 week, I thought about it. I was like, man, it was two of us, two black guys in the class, and after I knew this was all game, I called him up. I was like, hey, do you feel, because at the end of it, they gave us a bag filled with books, and they put us on the bus and took us to places where people were walking and showing us, oh, this how you put a window, this how you put this how you even if everything that they were saying was true, how can you learn so much in 3 weeks? They want to teach you the ARV, the comps, the where to buy, and all that. Ah, come on, it's all scams.
Yeah.
So as soon as I realized that, I was like, oh man, I'm like, hey, I want to quit. But being smart and knowing that I'm not a dummy, that like, we cut your deal. We give you so much back, but you know you have the books now. You gain some things from you, and I called it fear between us, and yeah,
Facts, man.
yeah, that helped me over there, you know, to start. So, like I said, you guys are you getting a lot today for your money.
A lot of sauce.
For sure,
lot of
man.
love
So
for your
where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 to 10 years?
5, 10 years, I want to be retired. I want to have my rental portfolios. I want to have about 5 to 10 Airbnbs, and um, probably do 1 or 2, 3 developments every year. Like, you know, uh, I'm not that hungry for money like that no more. I know you guys are still young. You need to be out there doing whatever, you know, been hustling to get that money. But me, with my age and being comfortable, I'm not. I'm just more about my passive incomes now for retirement. So it's not more. It's not more about the big money. It's about the constant, the stability of that money coming in every. So my strategies that I'm taking now is every flips that I do every year, I keep one for Airbnb.
Mm.
So if I do that 5 years, I've had 5 Airbnbs. I hope to get a return after paying everything on that Airbnb, at least $30,000 profit.
Nice.
So if you have 10 of those at $30,000, to me, you can have 30 million and I have $300,000 every. We're still gonna be doing the same thing. You probably buy more bottles than I am, but I'll still be able to buy one bottle.
Yup.
So,
Nah, I feel you, man.
it's nothing.
Yeah, your retirement isn't like what normal people say retirement is. You feel me? Like when I think of retired people, it's just kicking back, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you talking about still doing moves, you know, making plays as your
Definitely.
retirement, man. That's what's up.
I gotta still be active. I still want to be the one going in there to clean up the places after the people leave out, clean it out, get ready for the next person. Because obviously, you know, like I said, relationship. You meet people, you talk to people. From what I have right now in Chicago, unbelievable people that I've met already. You know, people from out of town, where they come here from Chicago. We, you know, sit down, we talk, we
Yeah.
share different ideas and all that. So it will keep you out there, you know, but most especially, you'll be more comfortable. So I advise anybody, if you have that time, that money, you can't lose with real estate. You can't lose, except you don't know what you're doing. And like I said, just find someone that knows what they're doing, ask a lot of questions, but you'll still learn a lot on your own more than whatever they tell you. You still got to go out there, you still got to make your own decisions. But if you do your homework well and you work from the bottom up, you'll be all good. Yes.
Yes, sir. Just start.
Yes, sir.
Just start, man.
Start.
Yeah, man. You got anything else,
I
man?
feel motivated,
Man,
man.
I'm finna go buy me a property tomorrow.
I've been telling the Jalen, I've been telling you forever, you know.
I ain't been
but
forever,
I
man.
know you're doing it.
Yeah, for
You're doing it. The last time you said you're putting your money together.
Yeah, I'm getting it
And
together.
you're gonna make it.
Yeah,
You make it. I already see
I'm
you
definitely,
guys.
I'm definitely.
Hey, I told him, man, he
I
got
see
he got
you
a good
guys
future,
one day.
man.
Yeah.
I see myself coming to your mansions.
Yeah, like,
So
I like
yeah,
that,
you told
man.
me you said you're gonna have to buy me a Rolex after all this, man.
Yes.
For sure, man.
Yes,
Definitely
Yes, sir.
got you.
Yes, sir.
Give me a
Yes,
couple
sir.
years, man. I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, sometimes people will say, "Fake it till you make it."
Mhm.
I won't say that per se, but um, if you can work with somebody on your first deal, on your second deal, you have to take that leap of faith and just go to a lender and let them understand that, I'm ready. I'm ready. Coach put me in, I'm ready. And you got to take that risk. Like I said, if you really take your time, even if you fail,
Yeah.
it won't be like a failure because you'll learn from that. So sometimes some deals I did not make money, but I learned. I learned to understand how that processing goes. So I can sit down with you guys today to tell you, okay, this is how you got to do it. This is how you got to do it. This is how you got to do it. But like I
Appreciate
said,
it, man.
relationships. Yeah. It's helped me a long way. I meet people, bankers, lawyers. We sit down together, we eat together, we drink together, and they embrace you, they welcome, they help you. Lawyers, for an example, many people go to them foreclosures. Many people go to them, they have problems and they need their money. And people like you will be the one because they have theirs too. And they'll be like, oh, I've had so many real estates. Let me just help this brother. Do you have $30,000 for a $150,000 house? And you could just pay that person $30,000 and put it back on the market, and you could just get like $100,000, make $70,000 off that.
Mhm.
But like I said, always make sure that there's a deal in whatever you're doing. Just don't do it and say,
You said minimum 30, right?
right. It's got to be a deal in it.
Yeah.
If there's no deal in it, don't even waste your time doing it. Don't do it to say, I would do it to be profitable doing it.
Mhm.
Do it with the profit. You can see the profit before you even move on it.
Oh.
Because by the time you fall, you might fall real short.
Mhm.
But when you're saying, I've heard people where they would say, I could buy this building and sell it above what the comps in that area sells for. And that's crazy. I don't care if you put gold in your house when the next house is selling for X amount of money and the next one X amount of money, but you say, because I put gold in my house, I want $150,000 more than that.
Mhm.
It don't work that way.
Nah.
Don't work that way. So
Find
you
that
have to
deal.
know what you're doing to be able to understand put your money where your mouth is.
That's why you say go to neighborhoods where the property value is.
Evaluate the
Yeah.
properties. Everything is so easy to do. You just gotta ask Google.
Yeah.
Just ask Google, and Google would tell you what are comps. Oh, comps are numbers of houses that sells in the same neighborhood at a certain time,
Mhm.
and you know what a comp is.
That means there's really no excuses.
No excuse not to get
Yeah.
started, man.
Hey, if we go to a house right now and say, "Hey Google, can you tell me or AI now? This AI, the artificial intelligence thing."
Yeah.
It'll tell you, I have a property at 12322 South Woods. that they want to sell for $50,000. What do you feel? You'll be surprised what AI is going
Ask
to
the
write up.
computer
The
what they
analyst
feel.
tells me, shows that this is this. But by the time you buy it at $50,000, everything is selling for $250 over there. As long as there's no rundown houses around there, and you put another, depending on what you got to fix, put a $100,000, you could sell it for $10,000, and based on everything that's sold in that area. In the last few months, your house would not be sitting down that much because that neighborhood, everybody looking for the next house to come up over there. They're already waiting, to get out of your hand. So there's a lot of informations out there now that we didn't have. That will have you hitting the floor running. I would even say flying.
Flying, not running, man. Flying. Damn. Sure. Nah, this is real though. Like,
Yeah, that's
shit
been
real, bro.
It's been real informal.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I really appreciate all the knowledge, man. Like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I remember
We
that time.
appreciate you taking your time out your day to
Yeah, for sure.
come
man.
share that
Appreciate you
knowledge.
guys too. I appreciate you guys too. I'm
Sir.
trying to create a formula now where, because I would not always have the time to sit down with people and give them free advices like this. I had to learn. I had to pay for it. So that's my next step too with technology, where I have to create a formula where other people can just go and listen to it and be able to, have that push. That's all you need sometimes, just a little push.
Yep.
And you'll be surprised how much potential you have.
Yeah, that's kind of why we do this podcast, man. So like it's like we call it perfect timing because there's really no perfect timing for you to do anything. Just like you just said with like your friend threw you in the deep end and you figured it out yourself, So
Yep.
somebody looking on our channel is probably like, how do I get into real estate? They watch this, get them that push. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because you always, if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll never start.
No,
You'll
Never
never start.
keep procrastinating.
Yep.
yeah, man. Like I'm gonna wait a year, man.
Yeah.
Wait till that market go down, but the market probably ain't gonna go down. They gonna be like, damn, I gotta wait another year. So
Right. So
yeah, man. Just get
the
started.
last 2 years now, people have been predicting the market is gonna fall. There's gonna be a crash because many people could not redeem themselves during their COVID time. They're just waiting for the banks has a lot of portfolios. But I was watching at that time even the Illinois governor was bailing people out, giving them even landlords, tenants that couldn't pay. They were giving them grants to pay for the tenants. So I knew there wasn't going to be and it was a good thing that Illinois did that too, because sometimes people will feel like it's all about the money. But what about humanity? Humanity. It's COVID time. Nobody's working. Everybody's sitting down in their house. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. Now they can't pay. Now, let's say it was a greedy government or a greedy person, a greedy governor. I don't care. And as soon as COVID was over with and they start taking people's houses, those people, what do you think is going to happen to them? They're going to start robbing. They're going to start doing whatever they got to do to make a ends meet.
Yeah.
And it's going to actually bring the city down. Such like, even though, everybody makes fun of and say Trump don't like black people, he knew that money was valuation. It was just valuation. But the reason why we have this climate changes now, that everything is cold, the weather is changing and all that, was because those few years, everything was stagnant. And when things are stagnant, it's cold. It's cold when you're not moving. Even we ourselves, we derive energy. When we move, we bring out energy. And energy is the same thing as heat. But when everything is cold, then, there's nothing happening. And that was the strategy that Trump did, like, even if anything else, I'm gonna give you guys money to go to the grocery store and keep putting gas in your car to go out and stuff like that, and not sit down like other people wanted them to do, sit down in the house. Everybody got a COVID and all that. Then everything would have been stagnant. But Trump opened up the banks and give people money. Money, it's not actually what matters. Is the valuation. You being able to work is what really matters. The how do I want to say, the produce of you working is more than money. Money, if you have money sitting down at home, millions of dollars, but your toilet is cluttered up. How's that helping? You can't use money to flush down your bathroom, or you can't use money to put it on your walls as decorations, as paint. No, you still need somebody to come out there to do it. And if someone was not eating, he wasn't in his proper mind and all that, he wouldn't even be able to do the job.
Yeah.
So Trump knew what he was doing. Give them the money. Let people be out there. Let them do what they got to do and everything. We're not just going to sit down and then just wait till everybody feels so lazy that when eventually we open up the doors, nobody wants to work.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, nah, I ain't
So
even thinking about it like
money is
that.
just a valuation. We have to put that action. We got to put that work into it. We got to be out there. We got to, have the right mindset. Go out there, bring out that masterpiece in you. And I know you guys have it.
Yes, sir.
I've seen some people with incredible real estate collections, and that's you guys very soon. Yeah, that's you
Yeah,
very,
man.
very soon.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said, man. Thank you for coming out, man. For sure.
Always, man. It's been a pleasure, man. You guys,
You
are
gotta
great
come
guys.
back, man. You gotta come back for sure, man. Get us some more game.
Definitely. I
Definitely
feel
want to get you
it's
back.
my
when you
first
start.
my first TV sitting down being recorded, so
Yeah,
I was a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah,
but with time now, I'm getting used to it. Like you guys,
Yeah.
you tried your best to make me very comfortable, especially with my
Got to.
accent. Like I told him, I've been here this long, but this is not going anywhere. This
Yeah.
is just me.
Good, man.
This is just me.
Understood
It's not
everything,
going
man.
nowhere.
You're flowing like you did it before, man.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
I try, because another thing is that I've learned is there was a story about the truth and the lie.
Mhm.
And they decided to go for swimming. And the lie did not have no clothes, but the truth had clothes. So the lie deceived the truth into getting into the water, taking off his clothes to get in the water. And when they got in the water, the lie came out of water, quickly put on the clothes and ran off.
Mhm.
And the truth came out. And from that day, the truth has been walking naked. And people still did not see that he's naked. Whereas the lie is walking around clothed, and everybody still knows it's a lie.
Damn.
I haven't heard that before.
Me
That's
neither.
good.
So
good.
once you're somewhere and you're telling the truth,
Yeah,
it's just gonna be natural.
that's what's up.
Damn.
I like that. We got to clip that one.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, for sure,
that's
man.
good,
Yeah,
that's
you
good.
a natural, man. You did this before, man.
Yeah, man.
You had that. You had that
I'm-
quick.
Yeah, man, quick. Yeah.
He said
I
that
think
quick.
you were
Get-
training me.
Good
You were
speak.
training me every time I was coming to your house. You were preparing me for
Yeah,
this.
man. Nah, I wasn't, man. I like when I met you. This podcast wasn't even. We didn't start, man. Like we I don't know. We
But-
started this in
But
November.
remember that I said that you said 5 years. What do you think would have happened if you did not do that? And I said it was destiny. I'll still be
Being this
sitting
chair.
down here.
Yeah.
So it wasn't by chance that
Yeah, everything happened
we
for
were
a
supposed
reason,
to
man.
meet. We were supposed to be on this, sitting down on this day, three of us were supposed to be sitting down over here talking about these.
That's unique. Everybody who has like success has that unique story. Like you saying, you spent the 30,000, and at the time you probably was like, "Man, I'm wasting my money." But at the end of the day, you remember that.
Right.
You remember you spent that 30,000. You gonna make it
I made
worth
it.
it. Yeah, you didn't made it already,
I
but
made it.
Yeah, that's probably why it's your number. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't making nothing less than 30, man. Like,
Right.
you feel me? Yeah,
Right.
for
That's
sure.
why I put it over there.
And you peep that.
I didn't know that I can't see $30,000 in that deal. I won't even waste my breath.
man, nice.
I won't waste my time.
Damn.
That's good, man. Because you gotta think about it. Some people make that in a year.
Yeah.
You know. So y'all listening, man, there's ways to make money outside the waiting.
One
2
real
weeks.
estate deal can change your life around.
Yeah.
One changed my life around.
Mhm. And once you get that first taste, you want more.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's it. And for like I said, even though my first build that I just had now, I did not build it to hold on to it. I built it to sell, but it took a year for them to do it. And I was mad. I was salty, knowing I was supposed to get my building in 6 months. But now that it's done now, when you see it now and you've seen everything that you've been actually planning for now is manifest itself, man, it's lovely. Then you don't even want to sell it. You want to hold on to it.
Man, I was just gonna ask you that too. Like, have you ever like renovated something like so well you'll be like, damn, like, I don't even want to get rid of this.
Right. Many people would say with real estate that you should not fall in love with the building, that it should be all about money sometimes. But I've realized lately that it's not only about money, because like I said, money is a valuation. You get that money, you put it in the bank, so what? But sometimes you own a place. Sometimes you even want to get away just to go there, just to be around there.
Yeah.
You know, I have friends, like I just made friends with you guys. And my other property over there, that when I get over there, Patrick is on the left side, and the other woman, Miss Rose, is on the left. Hey, Raheem, what's going on? And we're sitting down, we're talking. Just that real estate has brought me so many other relationships. I've been in Chicago, like I'll say 28 years, but what I've known about Chicago are in these 6 years now, it's been more than I surpassed everything that I've known in 28 years. Because in 28 years, I wasn't talking to the people. I was just doing me. Now I get to sit down with the real people of the land. And I knowing them every day. I'm listening to them. I'm understanding what they want. Like I said, Chicago is a segregated neighborhood. You could go to some neighborhood and they won't allow you to build. They just don't want you around there. And if you want to go against it, it's Chicago. We know what's going on. They're going to do whatever to get you out of there. You know what I mean? So you got to respect the land. You got to respect the people. You got to break bread with them. You got to eat. You got to stay humble. You know?
Stay humble, man.
Has a lot to do with it. Has a lot to do with it.
That's good, man. You said that. My mom's a realtor. The house she stayed in now, she bought it because she was showing it to somebody. And then was like, I need this crib.
Need that motherfucker.
Yeah, she bought it and moved it.
Yeah.
Fixed it up, put some money into it. So yeah.
saw that deal.
The one by your house, I didn't want to sell that.
Yeah, nah, it looked nice, man.
That was nice. That was nice because it was a 3-1 when I first bought it. It was 3-1, and so like every time I go into a building now, I always see the potential. Looks like a small house, but our house is huge. I went in the basement and I looked in the basement. I was like, I could put a bedroom over here. It's already got a bar. I could put a bathroom over there. So I put a bathroom and a bedroom down there. Then I went upstairs too. They had so it's a three layer building. The first floor, the top building, which most people feel is the attic, but it's not the attic. It's still got a lot of rooms. So there's a room over there, then another bathroom. Eventually, it's 4-3. So there's bathroom up there. There's a bathroom on the second level. There's a bathroom in the basement. So you don't have to come up to use the bathroom. You don't have to come downstairs to use the bathroom. You could just be in your home wall over there. Then it has from the basement, it has a door where you can
Exit outside.
head outside to the
Nice.
basement where you can have a party, and you don't want people to come through
they don't
the
have to
front
come-
door.
yeah.
Just come through the back. Beautiful house, man.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not gonna lie, I found some real cheap young boys. Because like he said, in 3 months we were done.
Yeah.
They did a whole brand new sidewalk, broke all the whole pathway on the sidewalk, broke all that part of new concrete on it. Man, beautiful house. Man.
Yeah.
Beautiful house.
It was, man.
Beautiful house. But I'm happy that, and then another thing is when you do stuff like that, it helps that community
Yeah.
to to grow. The next person wants to, they have to walk
Raise the
Right.
property value.
right.
Facts, man. Yeah, man. I would love to sit here and like talk all that, man. I really do. But we gotta wrap it up, man.
We gotta wrap it up.
Gotta wrap it up, man. We gave away a lot of game here on episode. It's only episode 8, man.
Episode 8, man.
Only episode 8.
I'll be
man.
honored to come back anytime.
Yes, sir.
Anytime
Sure.
for my brothers.
Yes, sir, man. I
Anytime.
appreciate you for coming out
Appreciate you,
today,
man.
man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to our
Please.
YouTube channel, man.
Please.
The Perfect Timing Podcast, episode 8, man. We out.
We out. See you later.
That was good.
That was.
Guys, get in.